Hello guys, welcome back. So I wanted to talk to you about what to do when Loki falls short, because there are going to be times it's going to happen. Obviously the videos aren't back. As of me recording this, at least they're not back. I think they're gone for good. It seemed from the video I saw yesterday that Loki was well on his way to getting them back, and we were all going to have a party today, and he was telling me it was a lesson about faith and it was a lesson about being freer with spending my money. And what happened? I had a panic attack. I didn't plan that, obviously, and Loki didn't intend for me to. And I went into a panic attack. It was really bad, and it would ebb down and then it would come back up. And it was the exact opposite of what Loki was trying for. Luckily, Asmodeus was here, and for whatever reason, Asmodeus was the one I would trust. And I'm getting, because sometimes Asmodeus and I have our kerfluffles too, but, Asmodeus is the one that talked me down and reasoned with me and said, he loves you. And I'm like, at the time of my panic attack, I really didn't care. And I was saying everything that popped into my mind, fueled by the panic of, he's not as strong as YouTube, etc., etc. And, it took till last night a begrudgingly, so that Loki could be somewhere near me, because I'm still fighting off that cold. I'm trying to hang on until my medication comes sometime between now and the end of the year world. And I'm getting a little angry, I think you could tell. And he didn't come through. And he's here, and he's still my God, but, I honestly had to do some soul searching of, do I still want him to be my God? And sometimes, when a God doesn't come through, people decide, no, I don't want you to be my God. This was super duper important to me. You promised me and you didn't come through. There are people that lose their faith and become atheists over it. So, I'm not making this video to judge anyone, and I'm not saying this is the one right reaction. I've seen him fail before. I've seen him fall short before. I'm well acquainted with the fact that pagan gods don't always come through. Now, why didn't he come through? We may never know. It may be a thing where this was something he didn't want to do. He acted like he wanted to do. He asked for rewards at the end, but at the last moment he changed his mind. That's always a possibility. He's not indicating it is, so I don't think it is. It could be something he couldn't do. The gods have their limits. Have you ever seen a god regrow a limb? No, you haven't. You're never going to. They don't do stuff like that. It might be one of those things of, if it's truly gone, it's truly gone. It's outside the field of play. Even Loki can't bring it back. They might have the ability to do that, but they might have all agreed that no, we don't circumvent, natural order of things. And it could just be an outside force or fate or whatever you want to say interfering and stopping Loki from doing something. He does the best he can with his people, as I was recording this before and somebody commented on something. He does the best he can, but yeah, there are going to be times he's not going to come through. And it's okay to get mad. I got mad and I got sad and I got scared and I yelled at Loki, and that's an okay reaction when a god doesn't come through. Because obviously, if it's important enough for you to go to Loki for, it's something you're going to have an emotional reaction on. And it can be mad or sad or scared. The thing is, we didn't have to go through this. Initially, his reaction to all the videos being gone was, it's water under the bridge, don't worry about it. Somehow that transmogrified into, if I get your videos back, will you give me a reward? And of course, I think sometimes the gods like to play games with us. I think this might have started off as a game. It might have started off as something like that. He got carried away. He sometimes can. I got carried away. And I ended up getting hurt with it. He didn't intend for me to get hurt, obviously. He didn't intend to make himself look bad. And I don't think he intended to, do this and then, not come through. But you have to be the one to decide what your reaction is once he has, he's promised something and he hasn't come through. You have to decide your own reaction. It's totally valid to decide and tell Loki, you know what, I need time away from you. I don't want to be with you right now. I need to think about this. You've really, upset my faith in you and my faith in your ability to care for me. That's totally valid. It's totally valid to walk away for a while and say, look, I just don't know. It could be something that really hurt you. I've gone through it with all my gods, and believe me, when that happens, like I was talking with somebody last night, when you lose stuff like this, when you lose your work, it's like the person said, like a punch in the gut. It's like, why do I even bother coming in every day if this can just happen out of the blue? And last night I wanted to give up and just never come back to work. I said, what's the point? What's the point of coming in if I can just lose everything by a whim of you two? I said, "What's even the point of bothering to try anymore?" And I was crying my eyes out, and I didn't want to come back in and try. What's the point if you two could take it away at random? Which they could. If you have a channel, you can come into work one day, your channel's just not there, and they don't care. It's one of those things about working with YouTube, and I really didn't want to go on, but Osmodeus was able to reason with me because Loki wasn't getting through to me. And he said, "Yeah, that's true, but you knew this when you signed up." He said, "This is like any job ever. You can go into work one day and they're like, 'Here's your stuff, get out.'" He said, "This is a gamble, this is a risk." And so, we decided to go on, and Loki's still here and I still love him. But, I told him, I said my faith is still a little shaky on other stuff, but you might go through that too, and you'll have to decide, what do you want to do with Loki? Do you want to keep working with him? Do you need time away from him for a while? That's totally valid. He'll understand. Any god who doesn't understand why you need a break when they didn't come through on something is probably not the god you want to work with. I'm not saying that because they love us, I'm not saying, they love us. They do. So I'm not saying that the god's going to fail and then go, "Oh, hey, my bad, I'm going away for 2 weeks to let you have your fills." No, they might still try to be like practically in your lap, metaphorically speaking, but you can tell them, "No, you get away from me right now. You just failed." It's okay. It's okay to go off. They understand that. It's okay to just shrug it off. Some people will be like, "Well, you failed." And in the end, my reaction was, "Well, you failed, buddy. I know he tried his best, but he failed." And I feel like his baseball coach. I'm like, "You tried so hard to hit that ball, that mean ball, and it just like went past you." He tried his best. I know he's heartbroken. He tried his best and he failed. It's gonna happen, and it's okay to have whatever reaction you have. Is the point of the video. You can get mad, you can get sad, you can spend time away from Loki. If you never want to work with him again, that's entirely up to you. I'm not judging anybody here. We're not like some of the scary heathens that make this sound like Christianity on steroids. You don't have to bow down and go, "Oh, whatever happens to me, my fate is in your hands. I'm just a useless puppet." No, you can go, "You know what? You suck, dude. I'm gonna go get another god. I'm going back to Jesus." Yeah, I can giggles and cheers. You can do that. That's okay. They understand. They understand. Faith is a fragile, nebulous thing, and sometimes it breaks, and you don't ever get that back. It might come back for you later. You might leave Loki for a while and come back to him later. Um, you might switch things up. For me, it's just like, well, that proves that even Loki can't undo anything YouTube does. I'm kind of scared of YouTube now. But I really had the faith he was going to come through. He didn't. It failed. It happens. He came through on the groceries. He comes through on most stuff. Most stuff. But that was the thing I wanted to close up with. If anybody ever tells you Loki has always come through and never failed them, either they're speaking from the warm fuzzies in their heart you get when you talk about your god, or they're fibbing because, they're gonna fail you, and it's okay. They don't have that 100% track record. That can be kind of scary, but it's like any other relationship. Are you going to divorce your spouse the moment they, like, cook you a bad meal, or they lose their job, or, something else? Hopefully not. I don't think vows have changed too much, even though people write their own vows now, but better for worse, right? You take your God sometimes for better for worse. But if you two decide to split up and you go, "Hey dude, this was too much," he's going to understand. Just let him know. He did offer to let me take his pinball game back, bless his little heart, but we replayed it too much. And I said, "I left a positive review, dude." And Steam's been turning down our refund requests lately. I think they refunded one thing. I don't even know if they did that or not. Can't remember. But, it's okay. It's okay. Loki's gonna fail. It's okay if he fails. No god has a 100% track record. Look at the last couple years. Is any god stepping in every single time? Of course not. So it's okay, guys. It's nothing to be scared of. Sometimes our god's gonna fail us, and if you feel like going to another god, that's fine. If you feel like sticking with Loki, that's fine. Nobody else gets to judge you. Don't let anybody, especially the heathen, more heathen than thou types, guilt you into feeling bad because you're now doubting your gods. That's a perfectly natural reaction. They promised you and they didn't come through. You're allowed to have doubt. So it's okay, guys. Don't let anybody make you feel bad if you're feeling doubt right now, or you're angry right now, or you just can't deal with Loki right now. That's fine. Sometimes he's gonna fail, and it's going to be like the house of cards your faith was, just goes floof. It's okay. It happens. So, we'll just carry on. I don't know what we're gonna do today. I'm trying to hold out. I don't feel too good. I'm trying to hold out until my cold medicine gets here. Hopefully it gets here sooner rather than later. But I don't also didn't want to call off work, so I figured to make you guys something. So if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.